The following Think Piece episode contains a very touchy subject dealing with gaming versus Donald Trump and gun laws. This may be a very touchy subject for some, and this may be the first and maybe last Think Piece episode I'm doing like this. If you feel like this is too much for you, you can leave, but before you go, drop a like if you're returning, and drop a like and sub for new members, and both of you can hit that little notification bell to stay up to date with whatever I'm doing. Let's get started with the episode. Let's not hesitate, hold back anymore. Cue the music! What is going on, everybody? DemiGodReviews here. First of all, I know it's been a while, it's been a minute, it's been quite some time since I've done a Think Piece video. So welcome to Think Piece episode 7. This is a very special Think Piece episode because I'm focusing centrally on one topic and one topic only. And this has been a topic that I've been meaning to talk about for a while because it's bothering me just because we have video games becoming in the spotlight again for a national tragedy that's happened. And prayers out to everybody that suffered through that national tragedy of school shootings, and my heart goes out to everybody, families included. I hope you guys stay blessed. I hope you guys find the positivity and the strength to get through everything that you've been going through, and that you guys continue to walk through another day. But we have video games being back into the spotlight once again for being the cause and blame of these tragedies. Now, me being an avid video game player, me playing Fallout 4, which is pretty graphic and pretty violent in a sense, I can definitely say it's not video games. So with that being said, folks, let's jump into it because, I got a lot to say since Donald Trump is now also getting involved with this, and that's just going to go downhill and be going down a further path that I don't need video games to go down. So welcome to Think Piece episode 7. Today's topic is gaming versus Donald Trump. Now I'm quoting articles from certain news outlets, so I'll put the descriptions I can put the links in the description box below where you can go check these out and read for yourself. President Trump plans to meet with representatives from the gaming industry to discuss school violence in the coming week, the White House said on Thursday. This was last week. Now, if you know gaming, if you've been around for a while, if you're a veteran to the gaming industry, we've been here before. Might I bring up a name called Jack Thompson? He had an entire campaign against violent video games, I presume, after doing some research from 1997 to 2005. He had a violent video game campaign where he wants to get violent video games banned, such titles as Doom, Redneck Rampage, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and others. Now, if you remember Jack Thompson, he had an entire campaign, and I mean a big campaign, where it was being broadcast all over CNN, G4, Tech TV, all kinds of places for a while because this guy really wanted violent video games to be banned. Donald Trump wants a rating system for video games. I'm hearing that more and more people say the level of violence on video games is shaping young people's thoughts, and you go one further step, and that's the movies. Maybe they should have a rating system for that. Come on. I understand Donald Trump's an idiot. Like, this guy is a moron sometimes, but he can't be that stupid. We have a rating system for both video games and movies. We have the ESRB, which puts these systems in place where you have the mature, the teen, the adult, the E for everyone, the kids 10 plus, all of that. We have these systems set in place so we can't get violent video games out to children unless the parents go out and buy them themselves. Let's get to the real point of this. Let's get to the honest truth and the honest facts of this, because violent video games have been here for a while. We had the Mortal Kombats, we've had the Doom, we had the Castle Wolfensteins, we've had the Return to Castle Wolfensteins, and it seems that always, now the problem comes to be with kids doing stuff and certain things happen, we always try to put the spotlight back on violent video games. I don't know why. I never got that. I never got why we try to pick and choose what the real problem is instead of really coming to terms with what happened. God forbid that this hits home and this hits close to home, and I apologize for anybody that may feel this way, but we got to be honest here. When it comes to school shootings, when it comes to people being mentally ill or having a mental illness, 9 times out of 10 it's just strictly from being mentally ill. Video games have no part in that. And this is coming from a 23-year-old, well, almost 23, going and playing multiple violent video games to where I've killed people, I've had slow down bullet time moments, I've exploded people into chunks and bits on Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4 and Fallout 3, where I've ran up shooting up blocks on Saints Row, where I've throwing Molotovs and grenades and taking off heads and, you know, playing a lot of violent video games. Now, there is nothing in my system, in my body, in my mental, none of that has made me want to go up and just kill people after playing violent video games. None of that. And this is coming from years of playing games. We always talk about, oh, video games are violent, video games have these problems. Yeah, video games are violent. It's an outlet for people to get the anger off, the rage, the upset, the depression, whatever the case may be. But we always try to put video games in the spotlight to blame them for everything that they're doing, or be the cause of why, you know, some people had these moments of snapping off or going crazy, when the God's honest truth is that person just more than likely suffers from a true mental illness, and that's really the issue that's going on currently. We never really go into the diversion of what the true problem is, because we always try to find the outlet of what to blame. Now we have people trying to make stricter gun laws and, you know, trying to make things happen. You know, I hear many people say, well, I've heard the politicians say really that, oh, it's video games that's causing the problem, it's causing the issue, when how could it be? I've played violent games for years, man. Yes, I'm one case. I can't speak for everybody else. So I may not know how video games responsible for people, you know, to not go crazy or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, it really isn't the video games that's putting up the blame. People have been trying to get video games in the spotlight to really get them taken away, up, you know, putting more noticeable attention on them, when us gamers know that they're violent. I'm pretty much sure people who play Counter-Strike aren't going out with assault rifles, you know, proned up and crouching to shoot somebody. Or people that play Halo aren't getting plasma rifles to burn people up alive. Or people that play Fallout aren't getting these nuclear wasteland gear and, you know, just really being savage out here. Because video games really don't make people violent. We can do the studies, we can do the case by case representation, but we always try to put the blame on something else, when the whole truth is maybe that person themselves just had an issue with them, and that the state they're in kind of opened that up and welcomed that. And, you know, this we've been going through this situation for years. You know, we talked about Columbine, we talked about other school shootings where, you know, gamers, well, they did play games, but we never really got to the point where we actually sit down and talk about the actual issue of the person themselves and try to find an outlet to blame on other people. You know, we got Donald Trump trying to jump on games instead of jumping on the actual case of, or maybe we had stricter gun laws in certain places, in certain areas, or maybe we had better mental tests that we could actually stop a lot of these from happening. But no, we always try to find the outlet of, well, video games are doing this, movies are doing this, music is doing this, placing the blame on something else instead of just really talking about, well, hey, maybe if we had these gun laws here, maybe if we had better mental tests, maybe if we actually stepped up and tried to improve on certain aspects instead of trying to point the finger somewhere else, we can get to a better place. But no, we always seem to run where violence is, or maybe where the violence can be, maybe where outlets of violence are shown, but never to the actual point of where, hey, we screwed up. We had something happen. Maybe we had stricter tests. Maybe if we had more to say, or more to do, or more to protect, or more stricter laws, period. You know, better tests, we can make things happen. But no, we always seem to find video games, media, music, whatever the case may be, into the spotlight. And I'm not here for that. This don't try to blame gaming for these kind of ideals, these things happening. Because at the end of the day, we try to make things change and put things in a different spotlight whenever it's different people. But that's another can of worms for another day. So this is all for ThinkPiece episode 7, folks. Thank you guys for stopping by and listening. Drop a like, drop a sub if you're new to the channel, drop a like and sub if you're new to the channel. If you're both returning and new to the channel, hit that like, sub, and the notification button. And go check out my review of Past Cure. I have many more reviews coming this week, from Shadow of the Colossus, Crossing Souls. I have my top 5 best and worst games coming this week also. I have a stream coming soon, so be on the lookout for those. I'm really working on everything I can work on. I will be having a review on the go as well. So until next time, until the next video, guys, we'll tune in, turn up, and throw down. I'm out. I thank you guys for watching. It's looking like a GG.